Hello, everybody. So, first off, yes, I am recording this from a closet. A lot of things have changed in the past couple of years, and it's been a lot of ups and downs and challenges, so bear with me. I'm going to do my best to keep this super brief. So, I didn't really want to make this video at all, to be honest with you guys. I feel like there are plenty of people on YouTube who do this whole thing better than I could, and they suffice. But whatever. I have been asked multiple times by the powers that be to relay a message, so I'm just going to relay the message and then be done with it. Okay. So, to start off, who are the powers that be that have been ruling this world for millennia? You know, they have 1,000 different names, right? The Illuminati, the Satanists, Baphomet worshippers, Molech worshippers, you know, whatever label you want to give them. In previous videos, I called them the Legion of Doom, but for the sake of simplicity in this one, I'll just refer to them as the Illuminati. So, back in the 80s or something, you can look up the exact date, but way back when, they made a card game, the Illuminati card game, that just outlines their plan for all to see. Why would they do that? Well, there's multiple reasons for it. They like to flaunt shit. They like to, what's the term for it? It's been so long since I've said it. Soft disclosure, something like that. You know, ritualistically giving you a tease of what's to come. But anyway, this card game predicted a great many events, such as 9/11, for example. There's a big one. You know, before it happened, the card game depicted it. It happened. It's an outline of what they want for the future, and a lot of it's accurate because they're all, you know, doing their machinations behind the scenes. So, why am I bringing up this card game? I'm bringing it up because of Trump and Trump's victory. Now, first off, let me just say, I want to believe that he's genuine, everybody. The left here in America has become like basically a cult of dedicated to the inverse of reality. They, you know, there's no such thing as gender. If you speak out against anyone, there's no discourse or exchange of ideas. It's just cancellation and, you know, lock them up, thought crimes. You know, just really immoral stuff that comes from people that just don't know any better, unfortunately. You know, I'm not trying to be like, you know, I'm not trying to necessarily paint one side as evil over the other. I'm just saying that I disagree a lot with their perspectives on things. But anyway, so because of that, because of all the madness over the years, you know, with politics, like, yeah, of course I want Trump to be legitimate, but the I just think of all these separate puzzle pieces, and they've kind of all clicked into my mind to paint a certain picture, and that's what I'm going to try to outline here. So, in this card game, this predictive card game, there are two cards that appear to predict the times we are in now. The first one I'm going to bring up, it's called Enough is Enough. You can Google it. You can Google the images of it in the description to see what I'm talking about. The card is called Enough is Enough, and it appears to depict the failed attempt against Trump's life. I mean, it really seems to be his face. And then the other card is Charismatic Leader. And that one, again, appears to be depicting Trump in front of like a huge crowd of, you know, adoring fans, right? Adoring followers. Now, there's just a lot of different things I want to bring up at once. I'm trying to think of how best to do this. It's been a while, guys. I'm rusty. So, first off, there was the unusual nature of the person who attempted to take his life, right? this guy was associated with BlackRock and all that stuff. You can look into that, but that's not the point here. But the shooter, I forget, I wish I remembered where I saw this information, but students at the shooter's college who knew him said that he got kicked out of shooting range class, or whatever they do at their university, because he was such a bad shot. It was considered a danger, for everyone around him. Like, wow, you're so bad at this, just never touch a firearm ever again. So he gets kicked out. And I thought at the time, when I first heard about that, days after the attempt on Trump, how unusual is that? Why would you choose somebody who is effectively famous, well known for being the most shitty, terrible shot ever, if you really wanted to take him out, right? But at the same time, and I brought this up in the video I made at the time, it just seems so unfathomable to take that risk. To, even if you like to, for your whatever your evil plotting is, to send this kid in there and I guess just hope he misses, or maybe have a contingency plan if he doesn't. I don't know how fast and loose they play these things, right? But regardless of intent, and regardless of whether the Orange Man himself was in on it, I think it's unfortunately irrelevant. I think it's very clear that his victory was planned, and they've kind of shown their hand a little too much with, like, making it blatantly obvious how they want to paint a certain picture here, Suddenly Elon Musk is endorsing him, suddenly Joe Rogan is endorsing him, right? Suddenly the corruption on the other side is just so obvious and in your face like it never has been, right? And so, of course, naturally, I think, why? Why is this? Obviously, it's not going to be what the screen tells me. We can't trust the information we're getting from this shit. So, my crackpot, crazy, schizo conspiracy theory is that all of this, all these events, are leading up to what all these people were talking about before, about that Project Bluebeam stuff, right? Because another puzzle piece, Space Force. Trump made a new branch of the military called the Space Force. Why did he do that? Well, again, crazy theory here. I feel that or maybe not him directly, but at some point during his term here, that Project Bluebeam shit's gonna happen, right? Which is supposedly a fake alien invasion to secure more political power, a massive false flag. And then he can go, hey, I made a Space Force. Look at me. Look at my foresight. Look at what a great leader I am. And I believe that will really rally people together around him, as the symbol, and around the country like never before. And then that, in some way or another, because, I'm just spitballing here, I don't got all the details, but that in some way or another will eventually lead to, this idea of by 2030 we get the New World Order. Don't got all the details, but that's my feeling, everybody. That's that incessant thought that keeps popping up and making me make this video. I think that we're all being played like a damn fiddle, again, like always. I want to believe he's authentic, but I don't think he is. And I think this is all just leading to the most grand power play of them all, The show is still going on, all the world's the stage, and we're just watching it happen. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I'd love to hear your all's thoughts on it. Glad to be back. The next time I feel like I really need to say something, I will, I promise. God loves you. Hope you all have a beautiful day.